It's Madden NFL 24, and coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC South rivals. It's the Texans and the Titans. All that and more coming up next.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams.
The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 10 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. A first down carry for Henry. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run it again with Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Levis. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Inside handoff, Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A timeout for an injured player, and it looks like it's Traylon Burks who's in some discomfort out there. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Henry up the middle. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jonathan Grenard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The numbers for Woods last week: 4 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. You talk about this Titan defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. Powers through him. And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try to stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Levis back to throw. That is caught. And he will have the Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Levis. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's good for the Titans. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
in search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Back to throw, it's Levis. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Again to Henry. Fights him off. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 55 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Levis sets up to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
3rd and goal, here's Levis. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. This is caught. It's Woods. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And they'll get this down to the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Well, Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First target, first catch, and a first down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Play action. Stroud now. And incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. Got a man. It's Brown. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Runs through the contact. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Stroud. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the Titans' 22-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Stroud looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Pierce going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the run. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
Now a handoff to Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud over the middle, complete. That's Woods. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Taking a shot for Dell here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete. Here goes Stroud again. Got his man, Dell. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Here's Pierce on the counter. And they'll be disappointed. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Levis and the Titans now down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 44 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Levis. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd
Levis, he'll look to throw it.
at the 26-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Here's Levis. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To a knee goes Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Houston, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss here is their 10th of the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.